Welcome to episode 24 of CoCo from the Dark podcast. We are on day 16 of Podmas, so let's get into these messages. If it scares you, that means you're close to some sort of breakthrough, and you got to break through that fear in order to get through that breakthrough. You just saw a snippet from episode 10. And I feel like there's an energy of fearfulness in the collective, being afraid of moving forward with something, being afraid to go for something, to take some sort of leap of faith. I feel like there's an energy of fear in the collective, or it's like an energy of like second guessing yourself, not feeling confident in your footing, not feeling grounded where you are currently, presently on your journey. You know me. I'm here to tell you, you're exactly where you're meant to be, where you need to be in this moment to catapult, okay? To catapult you to, there's this energy of like being on a higher timeline, a greater timeline, the greatest timeline for you. And what is going on in your energy right now, if you're feeling fearful or doubtful or anything, it's really for your drive. It's really for motivation. And I can say this with confidence because I have gone through energies of second guessing myself as well. Even recently, I felt like, should I stop? I know I've spoken to y'all about this before, but it's like that energy keeps trying to infiltrate me. That should I stop the Enchantress of romance? Should I stop this podcast and just, be in the world of the garden variety 9 to 5? And every time I'm in that space, I know that it is to help me with confidence within myself, to strengthen my confidence. And I know it's silly to be like, so a lack of confidence strengthens your confidence. Yeah, because once you get to a space of low vibrations, you can only go up from there. And it's like you learn when you're in that low vibration, you learn when you're in that space. And when you learn things, you can apply that knowledge forward in your life. So every time I'm in a space where I just second guess myself, where I just feel how I feel, I come out of it faster. And I'm not going to ever tell you that you won't go through, imposter syndrome or second guessing yourself, because you will. In every stage of your life, you're going to go through it because, that's a part of adjusting to it. But you're going to come out of it faster every time if you implement positive, words of affirmations, if you strengthen your connection with the Most High, with yourself, with your higher self, the creator, source energy, whomever it is that you look to for guidance, your ancestors, the archangels, guardian angels, whomever you look to. And you can come out of it faster and stronger every time if you just apply what you learn when you're in a higher vibrational space. And I've also learned a lot being in this space of fasting from social media. I've learned more about the energies around me, about what I absorb unintentionally, and the projections that I allow to become my reality. It's not my reality, but I allow for people's projections to become my reality when I'm like ungrounded, when I'm not grounded and I'm not balanced in my practical world, my practical life, and my spiritual world. it's easier for me to get off balance. So I've learned on this fasting journey that things come at you from from different, from all kinds of avenues. Like things try to, I keep getting infiltrate. Things try to infiltrate your energy and cause you to be lower vibrational from everywhere, from the things you watch, from your family, the people you're around on a daily basis, the things you do regularly, the music that you love. Like things can infiltrate you easily when you don't have a solid relationship with your spiritual self. And there was a project that I think I started working on this project. It may have been the beginning of this year or maybe the end of last year, but I started working on a project, and I had a creative block. And I would have a creative block, a 555. I would have a creative block, and I would stop. I would, put it to the side, work on other things, and then like sometime later, I would come back, and I would have another flow. But I got a block that made me feel like, I couldn't move forward with this project. I felt like I hit a roadblock, and that was just it. It was just over with. But during this fast, I found my creative flow again. And I feel like being on social media, scrolling, even if it's for work or whatever, when you're on social media and you're scrolling, that's basically you accepting in any energies that want to come in. Excuse me. So we go back to this. Thank you. We go back to this um, Fallen energy, that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. And John Goodman was in it too. But we go back to the energy of that, like through touch, through sound, through any avenue that is open for energy to travel. If it wants to, it will. Like if you allow it, if you welcome it in. So what I would advise, what I'm learning for myself as well, is that if you're going to be on social media, if you're going to be on there scrolling, to like limit yourself. And when you limit yourself, also make sure that you allow for your energy to remain yours, remain protected, remain locked, and that whom else's energy you connect with is their energy. And also, I'm hearing something about protective practices. There are symbols that you can. There are symbols that you can like implement into your daily life to. What is it? It's because this is coming to me now, so I always want to research stuff so I can have the right terminology, but it don't always work out like that. So I'm hearing incantation. So it's not an incantation. It's symbols. It's symbols that you can, utilize to protect things. Sigils. That's what it is. Sigils. If there are sigils that you can use, there's it's gone. There are sigils that you can utilize, daily to protect you from certain things at certain times. Yeah. Oh, so we got this deck is the Making Magic deck, and I usually pull it out to see what the collective or myself has been manifesting. But I feel like it may be something, a sigil in here to assist with protection as well. But Okay, something is already, I already feel something. But protect yourself when you're on social media. I feel like I speak a lot to the Light Collective. I know that, look, look what came out, y'all. Give it up. It says strong protective magic for the family and the home. But there's no, if this is a sigil, I don't know. I don't know it. So maybe it'll trigger something. Maybe it will trigger something in your energy or give you some sort of idea, because you can create your own sigils. You can most definitely create your own sigils. Or you may have to research how to create sigils. And like I always say, when you do any type of energy work or manifestations or anything, you have to put intentions into things. You can't just create something or request things without intention behind it, without that passion, without putting yourself into it. So make sure if you create your sigils, you pray over it or you connect with it, and you focus on what you want your intention to be for that sigil. Even if it's not one you create, it's one you find, you still have to put the intention into it. Because honestly, you are the magic. Anything you can turn a pencil into something, a protective item. You just have to put the intention into it. It's all about you. It's all about where you put your focus. So yeah. Also, we got water and dragonfly. Drink your water, connect with those emotions. You bring light to the world. I feel like something that you have been working on, something that you have probably had, more than likely had a creative blockage in as well, is something that's for the collective. It's something that you have the blockages because the enemy is trying to block you from creating whatever this is that you are meant to create. So you're going to have to work extra hard in order for the breakthrough to come through on this creative um, process. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So I'm getting spiritual baths, drinking your water. I'm also seeing someone like speaking to their water. That you can research that. It's called something. I don't know what it's called, and my phone fell all the way over there. It's like they have actually done research that you can speak positive words to water, and it holds a different vibration than if you speak negative things to water. So if you speak positive affirmations into your water before you drink it, it's like it's a sort of spell, and I don't want the word spell to scare you. So let's find another word. Enhancement. It's a sort of enhancement of your water. Call it a water enhancer, where you speak the positivity into your water of what you want, how you want your day to go, or how you want to feel, or whatever, and then you drink it, you ingest it like it's a special water enhancer or a potion, so to speak. Um, Spiritual baths, like I said. I'm also seeing someone manifesting with the quantum water method, if I'm saying it correctly. Y'all know, y'all got to do your own research, but it's where you it's two glasses. One is filled with water, one is empty, and you also have this what's the word? Why can't I can't think of my words. What is the word? Petition. You have a petition of what your requests are, what you would like to quantum leap or quantum jump to. And as you pour the water into the empty glass, you envision these things coming so as you're pouring the water into it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, beyond research, I think that the water in the glass is your current reality. So it's like, you're transmuting your current reality into what you want your desired reality to be. So you have, I don't know, I don't want to do an example either, but do your own research. But I'm seeing someone doing that practice. Um, is there another water? I see someone reading an egg. So if you do egg cleanses and you read the messages from the egg, I'm seeing someone doing that as well. So, that is also for protection. When you pour the egg into the water, you do it to read the egg. It's not necessary, but if you are into, you know, the metaphysical, then. But anyway, so let's get to the messages. Why do I anyway? So my initial reasoning for hitting record I was going to speak, and then I was going to pull some cards and get an energy. I was going to, like, what they call it, pre-pull, and get the energy beforehand, but it didn't work out that way. So what else? We just go with the flow over here. I know that sometimes it's not easy to deal with hard situations or stressful situations, and it's not always easy to remember the things that you practice when you're in a higher vibrational space. But if you write these things down, the positive words of affirmations, if you write things down, writing helps you remember, most definitely. So write it down, take a picture, write it down. Anyway, write these things down. And that way, when you are in a stressful space, you'll remember it better because you've written it. So I am picking up that you're not doing your breathing exercises. You are not connecting with the breath. You are not connecting with that chi that's within you. It's like I feel like your chi is off balance, and the QI, your chi is that is your life force energy. And you can Google that, research that as well to understand more about it. But I feel like it's imbalanced, and for you to, like, gain balance and to get grounded, you have to do breath work. Like I said, it's scientifically proven that we do not use the full capacity of our lungs. And it's also scientifically proven that our organs need oxygen to work at their optimal level. So if you practice breath work, not only does it put you in a more physical mindset, but it also calms your mind, a more physical mindset, a more physical. You feel better physically. You have a bit of a healthier body, but it also puts your mind in a calmer space, in a space where you can think better, where you can connect better with your creativity and things like that. I'm picking up this energy of Mother Gaia, so I feel like you also need to get out in space, not in space, in nature, not in space. I mean, if you're an astronaut, you can, but if you're not, I don't know how. But maybe I was meaning to say an open space. I'm saying maybe because I don't know why I said space, but maybe you just need, like, an open space, an open area. Maybe you've been confined. I'm seeing that in my mind's eye, like someone has been in, like, this confined type of space. Maybe you work from home, or maybe you work in an office, and you just need some freedom. Your energy needs freedom. I feel like your energy is so big that when you're in this enclosed space, when you're in a home, a room, an office building, and you're just in this confined space, your energy feels confined as well. So it's like you need to get out so that you can expand. I really honestly feel like I'm talking to a light worker. And light workers come in many forms. They have many jobs, many missions, many purposes. So let's see what other messages. I'm gonna pull two more from this deck. I see someone doing a lot of thinking. I feel like you're so serious all the time. You need to learn how to have fun. Remember how to have fun. Butterflies and rainbows keep coming up in music. Connecting with music, connecting with nature. I'm hearing someone listening to like bird sounds, like sounds of nature. Like maybe you're either outside listening to this, needing to go outside listening to it, or it's like music, like from YouTube or Spotify or something like that, where those sounds are recorded and playing back for you. Okay, so I'm also hearing that some guidance that you need is to learn how to be in the present moment. I feel like you think ahead so much, maybe you think in the past so much that you forget to be present. So breath work will definitely help you with that as well. Learn how to breathe. Take you some breaths. You can't help but be in the present moment when you take breaths. And it's just, I don't know, the breathing exercise right then just made me feel giddy. So it's about like inhaling the positivity, allowing that positive breath to fill you up completely and push out all of the negativity. Just push it out, breathe it out. Sometimes it's that simple. Just breathe. Breathe and be present. Work on your root chakra, your throat chakra, and your sacral. Oh, what a day. I feel like there is some shadow work that needs to be done as well. And for those of you who don't know what shadow work is, please research it. And for those of you who do know what shadow work is, I feel like you've been hearing a lot about doing shadow work, and maybe you've even been thinking about it, but you have not committed to it. And it's time for you to commit to it. It's time for you to finally take the time for yourself. Shadow work is for you. It's for your growth. It's for your healing. I'm hearing something about traumatic experiences. It's hard to face that. It's most definitely hard to face those things. There's things from my past that I have not even connected with. So I know this message is for me as well. But it's like, I feel like it's too hard right now. Like, especially being, I don't know how I can say it so that YouTube won't like flag me or something. Being a child and having a grown person take advantage of you in a way that is not moral. That's the best way I can say it. I have not connected with that completely. And I feel like that is something that I will eventually, but I can't right now. And I'm not saying for you to face the things that if you feel that way as well, then don't. But there are some things in your past or in your experience that you can face right now, and you just aren't facing it. But you need to. But if it's too hard, take your time. Take your time. I'm hearing that song. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. Ooh. We have a lot of energy of needing to connect with the heart space. There's some energy from your past that is kind of hindering you. It could be your recent past or farther in the past, but it's kind of hindering you from healing something in your heart space, from healing something about other people. Like, I feel like you're healing yourself, you're loving yourself more, but I'm hearing distrust. There's some energy of distrust that you have for people outside of you. You may seclude yourself, isolate yourself, even when the Most High does not mean for you to be in isolation. But He always uses things for our good. So there's something that you are meant to be learning while you're in your reclusive space. I feel like if you choose to move forward instead of staying stuck, instead of staying still in this isolation period, there's going to be some sort of breakthrough. But you're going to have to choose first. I'm hearing to use your discernment with people, but don't allow for past experiences to make you distrust everyone. Don't allow for your past experiences to make you feel like if you see someone with a spark of the vibe of someone from your past, that does not automatically mean to write them off. Yeah, keep your guard up, but use your discernment. Sometimes the enemy places thoughts or energies, or the enemy places things within us or other people to keep us apart, to drive us away from each other, to keep us from being in positive connections, because together we stand and united we fall, and the enemy wants us to fall. So this energy that you have of wanting to be alone, while it is healing to be alone, we're not meant to be alone all the time forever. It's supposed to be like a hibernation period where you hibernate and then you come out, you bust out, and you hibernate and you bust out. It's not supposed to be hibernation 24/7, 365. But yes, please, do what you feel guided to do. Do what feels right for you. I'm just giving you guidance. I don't want you to ever feel like I'm pressuring you, or like the Most High is pressuring you into anything, because all things happen in divine timing. Even if we feel like we're procrastinating or we're slowing things down, it's always going to happen in the timing that it's meant to happen. It's always, always, always divine timing at play. You got this. Just keep going. I'm hearing to keep doing what you're doing. When you're ready, you'll know. I'm also hearing that was a specific message for someone. Um, I'm gonna just pull some love messages and then we'll close out. I also feel like that isolation energy could also be connected to this creative endeavor from in the beginning messages that we got. You could be like isolating some sort of creativity that you have because you were hurt in the past, or because you felt like you were like derailed in the past. It's time for you. It's the time is nigh for you to share your gifts with the world. And even if there are some things that you share with the world, there is something else that's very specific. Confirmation that you are meant to share with the world to help others, to elevate others. Each one, reach one, teach one. So let's get some love messages. I feel like that message can apply everywhere, even in love. Like you've been you've been hurt in the love department, and it makes you feel hesitant about loving someone else, loving again. But I am not taking all of them. We're gonna do one at a time. I feel like someone wants to offer you something, or you want to offer someone something. It feels like something very recent, something happening very soon. Someone wants to take you somewhere, you want to take someone somewhere, someone wants to build a deeper connection. Something about trains. I keep only wanting to do one, but it's coming out, so I feel like I have to. This song feels very significant. This is I See You by CoCo Jones. And I feel like there's this energy of, it's another song coming up. 'Cause I can't breathe when you talk to me. Can't breathe. I can't think or I can't breathe. I suffocate. It's breathe. I suffocate when you're away from me. So much love you take from me. I'm going out of my mind. I keep picking up on this energy like someone feels like they cannot move forward without you. For some of you, it's an ex. Most definitely. For some of you, there's an ex that just feels like they don't want to move forward without you. And for others of you, there's this new person. There's someone new coming in for you, or there's someone new. There's like some sort of secret admirer that they feel like they have to encounter you somewhere, or I don't know. I'm picking up on this energy. Like I'm picking up on this energy of a heavy type of love, like a strong type of love, like a magnetic type of chemistry. And for some, even if it's a new love, I'm just going to be honest. Even if it's an ex or a new love, for some, it's kind of toxic. And for others, it's beautiful. It's like having that type of love, you have to be balanced within yourself in order for that type of love to be healthy, to love someone so deeply like that. Because if you don't have balance within yourself, if you aren't healing things within yourself and things like that, you can become codependent. You can become so wrapped up in someone else that you lose yourself. You don't know who you are. And I feel like I would rather tap into the positive aspect or the positive energy. So just know it's a flip side for some of you. But for others of you, there is somebody who they've been through the mud as far as lower vibrational feelings and things like that. And they've gained balance. They know what's what now. They know how to handle things now. And some of them may not have experienced real authentic love, but they've experienced versions of it. And them experiencing authentic love in different versions with people in different ways and different aspects at different times has helped to cultivate this person who can handle that type of deep love and adoration for a person to where it's not, so codependent or so unhealthy or so toxic. So that is your message. I'm gonna stop there. Those are your messages. I send you all so much love and so much light. And I thank you all for being here with me at the CoCo from the Dark podcast. And I will see you at the next one, on the next one. Love and light. Namaste.